is. You got to believe in yourself when no one else does. You got to keep faith in your own reflection when the world starts doubting you. Because belief isn't about what you see, is. Belief is about what you know deep inside. It's that quiet voice that whispers you can, even when everything around you screams you can't. It's that spark that refuses to die even in the dark. Is. It's that power that wakes you up when you've been knocked down. Belief is the foundation of every dream, every goal. Is. Every comeback story you've ever heard started with someone who chose to believe before anyone else did. Because belief always comes before success, never after. Is. There are people who will never see your vision, not because you're wrong, but because it's not theirs to see. They can't understand the fire burning inside you because it wasn't lit in them. Is. So stop waiting for people to agree with your dream. Stop needing permission to shine. Your belief has to be stronger than their doubt. Your conviction has to be louder than their opinions. Is. Because if you let the noise of the world drown out your belief, you'll never reach the place you were meant to go. Sometimes you have to walk alone. Sometimes you have to clap for yourself. Is. Sometimes you have to remind yourself that belief is personal. It doesn't need proof. It just needs persistence. When you stop believing in yourself, you hand over control of your life to fear. Is. And fear is a terrible master. It tells you you're not ready. It tells you you're not enough. It tells you to wait for the perfect time. But the truth is, there is no perfect time. There's only now. Is. There's only the choice to move even when you're scared, because courage isn't the absence of fear. It's belief in action. It's faith walking. Is. It's the decision to show up even when doubt is sitting on your shoulder. And every time you do that, you build strength, you build confidence, you build the person you were always supposed to become. Is. People who succeed aren't the ones who never failed. They're the ones who refuse to stop believing after they failed. They're the ones who learn that failure is feedback, not final. Is. That rejection is redirection, not the end. That every closed door is simply guiding you toward the right one. Belief teaches you that you're never losing. You're learning. Is. And every time life pushes you down, belief tells you to get up one more time because you're closer than you think. Sometimes the breakthrough happens right after the breakdown. Is. But only if you believe long enough to see it. You see, the world doesn't owe you anything. It doesn't care about your excuses, your reasons, your fears. It responds to your energy. Is. It responds to your persistence. It responds to your belief. Because belief attracts opportunities, it attracts people, it attracts moments that match your energy. If you believe small, you'll live small. Is. If you believe big, you'll live big. Your belief sets the boundaries for your life. And most people never reach their potential, not because they lack skill, but because they lack belief. Is. They never allow themselves to imagine more, to try more, to expect more, and so they stay stuck in the same place, wishing for change while doubting every step. You got to talk to yourself differently. Is. You got to feed your mind words that build and not break, because your belief grows from your thoughts. Every time you say I can't, you plant a seed of limitation. Every time you say I will. Is. You plant a seed of possibility. Words become beliefs. Beliefs become actions. Actions become life. So choose your words like you're building your destiny, because you are. Is. You can't keep saying you're stuck and expect movement. You can't keep saying you're broken and expect healing. You can't keep saying you're unlucky and expect blessings. Speak belief. Live belief. Is. Breathe belief. Belief doesn't mean everything will be easy. Belief means you'll keep going when it's hard. It means you'll trust the process even when it's painful. Is. It means you'll hold the vision even when the results are invisible. It means you'll keep showing up, keep trying, keep believing, even when your emotions don't agree. Is. Even when your circumstances look impossible, because belief is a decision, not a feeling. And once you make that decision, the whole world starts to shift in your favor. Not immediately, not magically. Is. But eventually, belief sets things in motion, and motion changes everything. There will always be people who doubt you, people who laugh, people who question your dream. But remember this, is their doubt is their limitation, not yours. Their fear is their cage, not yours. Stop carrying other people's disbelief. Stop letting their vision define your value. You don't need validation from those who gave up on their own dreams. You need consistency. You need courage. You need that quiet confidence that says, I was built for this, because you were, is. Every challenge that came your way was preparing you, shaping you, strengthening you, molding you for the moment you're about to step into. Belief tells you this pain has purpose, this season has meaning, this storm will pass. The thing about believing in yourself is that it doesn't make you arrogant. It makes you aware. It makes you aware of your potential, your gifts, your worth. It teaches you to stop begging for opportunities and start creating them. It teaches you to stop asking, can I, and start declaring, I will, Because there's a difference between wishing for something and believing it's already yours. Belief is action before evidence, faith before results. And once you start walking in that, everything begins to align. People start to notice, doors start to open, because the universe responds to bold belief. Sometimes believing in yourself means leaving certain people behind, not out of anger, but out of alignment. Because not everyone is meant to go where you're going. Some people can't handle your growth. Some people only love the old version of you, the one who doubted, the one who settled, the one who stayed small. But belief will require you to evolve, and evolution makes others uncomfortable. Don't shrink to fit back into places you've outgrown. Don't dim your light to make others feel safe. You owe yourself more than that. You owe yourself the truth. And the truth is, you were made to rise. Believing in yourself doesn't mean you won't fall, It means when you do, you'll get up faster, you'll recover stronger, you'll bounce back wiser. Because belief gives you resilience, it gives you fight, it gives you the courage to try again and again, It teaches you that every no brings you closer to a yes. Every failure brings you closer to a win. Every dark night brings you closer to dawn. Belief is the bridge between who you are and who you're becoming And if you stay on that bridge long enough, you'll cross it. The problem with many people is they believe only when things are good, but belief is tested when nothing is working, when everything seems against you. That's when belief shows its power. When you keep trusting, when you keep grinding, when you keep hoping even when there's no reason to, that's when miracles happen, That's when your character is built. That's when you separate yourself from the rest. Because anybody can believe when it's easy, but it takes strength to believe when it's hard, Every morning you wake up is another chance to believe again. Every breath is proof you still have purpose. No matter how many times you failed, no matter how many times you've fallen, you're still here. And that means you still have something to build, something to become. Stop letting the past talk you out of your future. Stop letting temporary pain convince you it's permanent. You're stronger than what broke you. You're wiser than what hurt you. You've already survived your worst days. And that means the best ones are still ahead. Belief is what gets you there. Don't wait for someone to choose you. Choose yourself. Don't wait for someone to believe in you. Believe in yourself. Don't wait for someone to open the door. Kick it open, because your destiny isn't waiting for permission. It's waiting for action. You got to be willing to risk, to try, to fail, to grow, Because comfort never built greatness, and doubt never created destiny. Your belief is your greatest weapon. It's the key that unlocks everything. And when you start using it, nothing can stop you. When you believe in yourself, you stop surviving and start living. You stop hoping and start creating. You stop watching and start doing. Belief changes your language, your posture, your presence. It changes how you walk into a room, how you speak to yourself, how you see the world. It makes you magnetic. It makes you powerful. It makes you unstoppable. Because when you know who you are, you stop chasing approval and start walking in purpose. There will be moments when you feel tired, moments when you feel forgotten, moments when you feel like it's not working, is. That's when you remind yourself why you started. That's when you remind yourself that belief isn't just for the good days, it's for the hard ones too, is because the dream doesn't die when things get hard. It dies when you stop believing, and you are never too late, never too far gone, never too broken to start again. Belief rebuilds, belief renews, is belief restores. So wake up every day and tell yourself you can will, tell yourself you're enough, and mean it, even if your voice shakes, even if your heart doubts, is. Keep saying it until you believe it, because the world will try to break your belief. It will test it. It will stretch it. But as long as you don't give it up, you'll win. Maybe not immediately, is. But inevitably, belief always wins, always rises, always delivers. And when it does, you'll look back and realize that everything you went through wasn't breaking you. It was building you. Is. Always believe in yourself. Because when you do, the world starts believing too. There comes a moment in life when you look around and realize that nobody is clapping for you, nobody is cheering your name, and nobody is standing behind you telling you that you're doing great. That's the moment when the real journey begins. Because belief doesn't need witnesses. Belief doesn't need validation, is. Belief doesn't need a crowd to survive. It only needs you. When you believe in yourself, even when no one else does, you unlock something inside of you that no one can take away. You become unstoppable, is. Not because life becomes easy, but because you stop waiting for the world to understand your worth. You start to move differently, think differently, act differently, is. Because you know deep down that the world doesn't owe you belief. You owe it to yourself. When you wake up every morning, there are two voices in your head. One tells you that you can't do it, is. That you're not enough, that the world is too big and you're too small. The other voice whispers softly, keep going, you've got this, just one more step. The question is, which voice are you going to feed? Because whichever one you feed becomes your reality. If you keep feeding the doubt, the fear, the insecurity, then life will show you 1,000 reasons why you should quit, is. But if you feed the faith, if you feed the belief, then life will start bending in your favor, piece by piece, moment by moment, is, until one day you look back and realize everything that tried to break you only built you. People may laugh at you. They may call your dreams crazy. They may tell you that you're wasting your time, is. But remember, no one can see what God put inside of you. They can't see your vision because it wasn't shown to them. It was shown to you. That dream was planted in your heart for a reason, is. It's your responsibility to nurture it, to protect it, to believe in it, even when no one else sees it. Because one day, the same people who doubted you will say, I always knew you could do it. And that day is, you'll smile, not because you needed their approval, but because you finally realized you never needed it in the first place. Believing in yourself isn't about arrogance. It's about faith. Is. It's about standing tall when the world tries to push you down. It's about getting up after life hits you harder than you ever imagined. It's about saying, I may not have all the answers, is, but I know who I am and I know where I'm going. It's about trusting that your journey, no matter how messy, is leading you somewhere meaningful. Because every setback, every failure is. Every delay is shaping you into the person you're meant to be. You can't skip the pain and expect to grow. You can't run from the struggle and expect to rise, is. Growth comes when you walk through the fire and still choose to believe that something beautiful is waiting on the other side. There will be nights when you feel like you're all alone, is. When the silence is so loud it drowns out your hope. You'll question yourself. You'll wonder if it's worth it, if anyone even notices how hard you're trying, is. But that's when you have to remind yourself that greatness is built in the dark. The world only sees the success, but they never see the sleepless nights, the tears, the sacrifices, the prayers, is. They don't see the part of you that refused to quit when everything said you should. That's what belief is. It's not built in comfort. It's forged in struggle. It's not built on applause, is. It's built on faith. There's a version of you that's waiting to be revealed, a version that's confident, fearless, unshakable. But that version doesn't come to life until you believe in it. You can't expect the world to believe in something you haven't fully accepted about yourself. You can't expect people to follow you if you don't even trust your own steps. When you believe in yourself, your energy changes, your mindset changes, your words change. You walk into rooms differently, not because you're trying to impress anyone, but because you finally understand that your presence is powerful. You start to attract opportunities, people, and moments that align with who you truly are. When you look in the mirror, you have to see more than just a reflection. You have to see potential. You have to see a fighter. You have to see someone who's been through storms and still found a way to smile. You have to see someone who's made mistakes but refuses to be defined by them. You have to see someone who's still standing, and that alone is proof that you're built for this. Every scar, every bruise, every heartbreak, it's all a part of your becoming. It's all a part of the story that's teaching you to believe, even when it hurts, even when it's hard, even when no one is clapping. You can't wait for motivation to find you. You have to create it. You have to talk to yourself differently. Stop saying maybe I can and start saying I will. Stop saying I'm trying and start saying I'm doing. Because words carry power, and when your words align with your belief, the world starts to move with you. You can't speak defeat and expect victory. You can't plant doubt and expect growth. You have to plant faith every single day. You have to water it with action, with persistence, with gratitude. And one day you'll see the harvest of everything you believe for. The truth is, people won't always understand your journey, and that's okay. Some will walk away. Some will doubt you. Some will talk about you. But the ones who are meant to stay will see your light and protect it. The rest are just lessons. Every no is. Every rejection, every closed door. It's not a sign to stop, it's a sign to trust. Because rejection is redirection. Closed doors are not punishment, they're protection. Sometimes God closes one door because He's preparing you for a door so much bigger that you can't even imagine it yet. But you won't see it unless you keep believing. Belief means looking at the impossible and saying, I'll find a way. It means showing up even when you're scared. It means trying again even when you failed before. It means trusting that every small step matters. You might not see the progress every day, but that doesn't mean it's not happening. The seed doesn't grow the day it's planted. It grows because you keep showing up, you keep watering it, you keep believing. That's what faith looks like in action. It's consistency when no one's watching. It's patience when nothing seems to be working. It's confidence that what you're building in silence will one day speak so loud that the world can't ignore it. There will be seasons where nothing makes sense, where you feel stuck, lost, or invisible. But remember, diamonds are formed under pressure. Butterflies are born after struggle. And leaders are built through challenges. You're not losing, you're learning. You're not stuck, you're growing roots. The deeper the roots, the taller the rise. So don't rush your process. Don't compare your path to anyone else's. Your timing is not their timing. Your journey is not their journey. Believe that what's meant for you won't miss you, and what misses you is never meant for you. When you believe in yourself, you stop chasing validation and start attracting alignment. You stop begging for love and start radiating self-worth. You stop doubting your power and start walking in it. You stop asking, why me, and start saying, try me. You start moving like someone who knows they're chosen. Someone who knows their purpose is bigger than their pain. You start realizing that everything you've been through wasn't meant to break you. It was meant to prepare you. Every challenge was shaping you for this moment, this version of you that knows how to stand tall even in the storm. And no matter where you are in your journey, remember this the belief you have in yourself sets the tone for your entire life. If you believe you're capable, you'll act like it. If you believe you're worthy, you'll stop settling. Is. If you believe you're destined for more, you'll stop accepting less. Belief changes behavior, and behavior changes outcomes. So when you find yourself doubting again, when you find yourself comparing again, is when you find yourself shrinking your light just to make others comfortable. Remind yourself that you were never meant to fit in. You were meant to stand out. Your belief is your foundation. Build it strong. Is. Protect it fiercely. Feed it daily. Because life will test it. Life will try to shake it. But as long as you keep believing, as long as you keep showing up, you'll rise above it. Is the moment you decide to believe in yourself truly and deeply, is the moment everything starts to shift. The world begins to respond differently. Opportunities start aligning. Doors start opening. And suddenly you realize that belief wasn't just the beginning. It was the entire key all along.